And we're live. Welcome to the Geeks, episode 54. This is Lil.
This is Steve, keeping it green.
This is Sean. May the force be with you.
Yeah,
And always with you.
He's just going to be just milking this Star Wars, his epiphany.
Totally milking Star Geeks.
I had a message from Lance from the Horror Returns, who has requested a debate with you over what is better, Star Trek or Star Wars. And
would love to get into it with him again this week. Again, I mean, we can do this all day, all night. Well, who had the better toys? Star Wars.
I don't want to have the
very easy.
No. It's not with you. Tell Lance whenever he wants to do this, we can do it. He can come on Star Geeks. I can go on his Horror Returns. However you want to do it.
So let the listeners know, and by the listeners, I'm including myself, because I don't know what the fuck. Like, there's a whole new show that I don't know about.
Yeah. What? Are you serious? You don't know? And I talked about this. I talked about this with you in fruition. I said I want to say, hey, I would like to do a Star Wars show. I told you this. I had the design. I made the design this week. A black guy, a white guy, and wait a minute. Okay.
Albatross. Damn, Pacino. Come on.
Oh man, this dude.
And a little walk into a bar.
Steve representing the Nerd Club shirt.
What's going on, man?
There's some players on here tonight.
What's up, Pacino? What's up?
I would love to get this up to about 50 people. If we can.
One day we'll get there.
When is that day gonna come?
I mean, you would think we have so many people on the Facebook page and not.
Yeah, the problem is there's multiple, right? We're recording very late on the East, right? And
on a Saturday night.
And on the West, it's early. People got family. People are at dinner. People are out. So it is what it is, man. But hopefully one day. So, yeah. What's up, Archangel? Man, he's gonna be coming with some of the nasty tonight. The nasty.
So
that nasty Archangel.
So what Steve wanted to, I guess, he already knows
his camera up because he doesn't want to even see you, Sean.
But
so upset.
But I've been wanting to do a Star Wars show for a while, because I just love Star Wars. That's just my bag. And so Alil will be joining me with Star Geeks. We're gonna call it Star Geeks. We'll be doing it soon, but we'll be talking more just all Star Wars. Nothing else, just full Star Wars.
Yeah, we're gonna deep dive the comics, the video games, other media for Star Wars. We're gonna talk about kind of how it's bleeding into the new, right, Sean? Because like all this stuff with Rebels and Thrawn and everything, like that wasn't part of this new Star Wars universe up until recently.
Agreed.
So, and how some of the older stories that came out with Dark Horse and stuff like that, and some of the novels that were written by, Timothy? I'm drawing a blank on his name now. Zahn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How that stuff is now become morphed into some type of canon, right? So.
It'll be a deep dive into Star Wars, and Steve is always welcome to join us. It's not when
is this happening? When are you?
It's not like we don't know yet.
But midweek, we're looking at a night midweek sometime. Do something different night. Because we can't stay up super late every night, Steve.
And
we don't have the stamina like you young men do.
I'm gonna separately probably review like toys and like statues and stuff, Star Wars statues. It's still I'm still gonna do it on our show, but I would like to do it separately, like when I get a Star Wars statue or something really prolific and big, to talk about Star Wars stuff. I just want to I want to put my foot into something Star Wars going forward. That's all. Will you live stream the new show like this one? I don't know if we're gonna.
I don't know if every show. Yeah, it's gonna be tough because if we do some deep dives on video games or other media and we start showing things, we're probably gonna get kicked off if we go live, right? But that's something we'll work out. I think some of our discussions, maybe a debate, if Lance does that would be fun, and trying to give you guys more content. Trying to figure out more stuff we can.
I think Star Wars can definitely grow our own content, and that's something that I would love to do, and just kind of.
Because this could morph into a Star Wars show if we let Sean just talk about Star Wars all day. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because,
And maybe Steve would want to do his own Power Ranger show one day.
No,
he said no.
Steve, I'll go with you. I'll be the newbie, and we'll review every episode. Talk about how tight them tights are.
Nope.
Man, are you salty now?
No,
I am feeling a little salt.
Why would I be salty? I mean, you did tell me that you wanted to do something, but you have all these plans, and I was not privy to any of this. So I don't care what you say. This was not discussed with me. You can try to gaslight me if you want, but you had this conversation amongst yourselves and have the whole nother show going on. Sans Steve. But no, it's fine.
Oh, man.
Scott picked the movie.
Serious.
Steve, is Scott right?
Yeah, of course. Kind of easy to pick this one out as soon as you see the little Howie up there.
Taylor would be down doing a Ranger show with you. There you go, Steve.
There you go. Boom.
No thanks. Not like a anti Taylor thing. I just don't want to do a Power Ranger show. Everyone got it quick. Woof.
Power the deck.
Try to convince themselves.
Well, I mean, right? I mean, kind of you have to. If you don't, then you just have nothing to enjoy.
You lose
because it's
you
all
lose
Star Wars
dread.
all the time.
Yeah. So, how's everybody's week? What's going on? Anybody watching anything new? I'm gonna tell you what I'm watching. I'm gonna start from the gate. I'm watching this show on. I told Steve it's called Jury Duty. It's on Freevee on Amazon Prime. It's with James Marsden. And it's like a mockumentary of all these people are on jury duty. And there's one guy out of it that actually isn't like a part of the whole show. Everybody else is actors. Oh, man, this shit is hilarious. I am loving this show. So, yeah, it's called Jury Duty. It's a really good show. It's about 5 episodes in. I think it's a new one every week or 2 episodes every week. Really great show. Definitely check it out. It's on Freevee on Amazon Prime, and it's really, really cool. Definitely worth checking out. James Marsden is hilarious. Yeah, he is like an actor, but he's playing himself, and like they're like talking to the guy, and oh man, it's so good. It's really, really good. So definitely worth checking out. If you get a chance to check it out on Freevee, it's called Jury Duty.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my camera right now.
Yeah,
I have a new computer this week, finally. So it's having problems.
So Steve and Steve, give Scott his props, man. Give him his props.
You have your props. You got it. I will not downplay your glory.
Do not downplay the glory hole. Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
Gotta rub it around. Circular.
What are we talking about here?
Because he guessed Howard the Duck, but Steve was being salty about the Star Wars show, so he didn't say, you got it, Scott, great job. He was just salt. That's why the camera's off. He's using it as an excuse.
It's not true. I'm trying to get this thing to work.
Anybody watching Rabbit Hole with Kiefer Sutherland?
I have not. How is it, James? Is it good? What's your review on that? And no, I have not watched the Penguin trailer. I guess we can watch that after.
Yeah, we're gonna release our trailer Palooza episode again, like we did last week. We got a couple trailers this week to talk about. That was one of them on my list. That one and the Marvels. So we'll get to that later. So that'll be posted later. But we'll definitely check that one out, Taylor, and look out for that trailer Palooza because we don't want to get kicked off. And Steve has disconnected his devices. I think he just totally just gave up. He's just salty.
I think Steve was upset about the Star Wars show.
So salty. I mean, you guys do a salt and pepper show, and his salt was salt. like it wasn't even like cooking salt. It was like that snow salt, that thick rock salt.
Yeah.
James says yes, it's good, and he has spoken. So
nice. I'll check it out, James. I am watching Succession. I love Succession, so I think Succession is amazing. I didn't watch last week's episode, but I was kind of waiting for it to kind of build up to this week, so I'll definitely jump onto it. But I heard it was really good last week, so I'll definitely check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You watch anything else besides Jury Day?
No, man. It is really not much. It was not really much else really on that I know of. NBA's team with the Northern California won. So
Wait, game up? What do you mean?
Sacramento won?
Steve texted that he doesn't know what happened. Shut up, he can hear us. His salt is so thick.
Sacramento won. Sacramento won.
Sacramento won.
126. Beat them by 3 points. Yikes.
Whew. That's close. Sixers won, Celtics won, Knicks won. I watched some of the Knicks Cavs game, man. Like, if there's two teams that I just don't want either, I'm watching both of these teams. I'm like, I don't want either of them to win.
Really?
That's where I'm at with that game. I'm like, I don't want either of these teams to win. This is gonna be terrible.
Man, Jalen,
we gotta talk about the Mandalorian. Not until next week, James. Next week we're gonna have a Mandalorian breakout. We're gonna talk about the episodes, the story, where everything's going with Bo. My guess is gonna leave on some kind of cliffhanger or some kind of changing or some kind of let's give it one more week and we'll talk for sure.
I didn't watch Air yet. I was.
Oh, you heard it was bad, Scott? Oh,
really? Shit.
I heard it was great.
Yeah, I heard it was good too, but shit, I don't know. Yeah,
thumbs up on the Mando talk. Okay,
we'll definitely have a review. We'll have a video review of that next week.
Yeah, because I want to break down some scenes, some visuals.
We'll
talk a little bit, but then we'll do a breakdown. Because I know you guys want to hear about it. And I want to get some feedback from you guys too as well on it. But it's interesting. Armchair Potato wants to know what about Picard, Sean.
So this is the thing.
Have you given up on Star Trek now that you're only Star Wars bias?
No. Because one, I love all the Star Trek shows that are going on. First of all,
I know you do because you keep trying to get us to watch it.
I've been trying to get these guys to watch all the Star Trek shows, and they haven't watched not one of them yet.
The last Star Trek show I watched was, I think, Next Generation. So yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, I love all. I really do love Star Trek.
Hey,
I think. No, there you go.
So salty.
I'm not salty. Everything just stopped working.
Oh, the moons. I love Strange New Worlds. I love Discovery. I think I tried to get Steve to watch it, but he said he couldn't. But like, to me, like, Discovery,
Lower Decks has become super popular, man.
Like, Lower Decks is amazing. It is remarkably amazing. All Star Wars. Only thing about Picard is I was just kind of waiting because I think the season's over after this season. So I was kind of waiting. I was like, you know what? Let me just wait until it's over. But I love Picard's first season. I thought it was great. So, like, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. I heard slow and barely of an energy.
Oh. Well, I'm guessing it is not a lot of Jordan.
I don't think Michael is in it at all. I think it's more based on his mom.
It was a lot of that stuff. Because that's the thing. Like, I'm not in a hurry to see it. I'll see it when it's streaming because it's like I already know the story. I already know that his parents, like,
I know the whole
got him involved. He wanted to go to, I think it was Converse or something. Like he wanted a basic deal with one of them, and nobody heard about Nike. Nobody, Nike was a running shoe. So
I know Nike's story very well. Believe me.
That girl who got the salt thrown on her after he cut her up, yeah, nasty.
Oh shit! I enjoyed Wrath of Khan. I mean, Wrath of Khan was amazing. It's like probably one of the best Star Trek movies from the original stuff.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it in like 30 years, so I don't even remember that movie.
I remember Wrath of Khan. I think I remember The Search for Spock, and that was probably about it. But the new Star Trek is, I would say, probably better to me. That's just me. I didn't like the third one. I know Steve liked the third one, but I wasn't a super fan of that one.
Beyond?
Yeah, was that the last one?
I like that better than Into Darkness.
Yeah, I loved Into Darkness, man. I loved Into Dark. I thought it was great. But that was just, Beyond was like weird. Like what? Who was it? It was a big bad. Wasn't Idris Elba the big bad in that one?
Hmm?
Yeah. I don't know what it was I didn't like about that one. It was okay, but it wasn't. I want to see. I hope they do another one though. I really do. I enjoyed the Star Trek movies, so
It doesn't sound like they're going to do one. How long has it been since the third
Saving the
one?
Whale one was in San Francisco. That
was part
Jesus
4, right?
shit.
Isn't that part 4 from the original movies?
Yes,
part
I
4 or
hated
5.
that.
I can't remember.
God, that was that. I remember that movie when I was a kid, man. I was like, what are we doing? Like, we're saving whales? like, wait,
Well,
what?
there's your argument against Lance. There, just that movie alone just brings down the entire franchise.
But then Star Wars has The Last Jedi.
It doesn't matter. Like at least the Last Jedi, I can like see lightsabers and stuff. Like that movie, I was so bored out of my mind. Last Jedi, is more anger because of just choices that were made.
Yeah, it was choices.
But there was still some decent action.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Saving the Whales, man, like them walking around fucking California, like it was just made no sense.
Yeah. I think the new Star Wars movies were better than most of the Star Wars. Yeah.
The new Star Trek movies were better than most of the Star Wars. Ooh.
You actually might be right on that one, bro. The real shit. Like, I mean, I did love The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens was really good.
But he's not talking about just the sequel trilogy. He's saying that most of the Star Wars movies, so 1 through 9.
Wow, that's a really
to me, Empire still can't.
I think the new Star Wars movies are better than most of the Star Wars movies. Yikes!
Yeah. Rogue One.
Oh, is that an opinion that I'm assuming that's an opinion you disagree with, Sean?
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, the new ones were good, but were they better than Jedi and Empire and New Hope? Were they better than
none of them were better than Empire. I'm sorry. Empire still to me is the best one.
I agree. Like, I don't see anything topping that. I don't know. Like, that's a good debate though. I mean, I would love to think.
I agree. Arcane's 5. I agree with 5 for sure. I think to me again, Empire is the epitome. If any movie brought me back into the Star Wars light, was rewatching Empire in the theater when they re-released them in, was it 95, 96? And watching it on the big screen, I was just like, you know what, man, this is a lot better than I remember.
You know what's weird? A lot of people don't like Return of the Jedi. And I always try to figure out why people don't like Return of the Jedi, but I mean,
they don't like the Ewoks.
Return of the Jedi was actually the first Star Wars movie I saw.
Right.
When I was like a little kid. Like,
right.
I remember I had a book that was like this big red, like it was a thin book. It was a picture book, but it was like this big red
with
thing.
Ewoks on it, sure.
And the cover was Luke Skywalker with the red lightsaber. And
you talking about this one, Steve?
In the back had the Imperial troopers on it.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yes.
No.
Do
I got it? Is it? Are we talking about this one?
Ah, that's the book. Yes. Look at the back. Look at the back. Imperial troopers. Look at the back. Yes. Oh, Imperial Guards. Sorry, that's what I meant. Imperial Guards.
Yo,
I had that book when I was a kid, bro. I used to look through that book all the time.
I love you so much. I'm gonna send you. I got 2 of these. Books. I am totally gonna send you this book.
Oh, dude, I used to look through that thing. That used to be like the book I would look through on the bus.
Yeah,
like I would just look through all the pictures.
Dude, look at that. Oh, come on. You know what it was with me about Return of the Jedi? It was the red font. I've always loved that font.
I didn't even know what. I looked at that book before I saw the movie. I had no idea what any of it meant, what any of it was. So, like, Return of the Jedi always has a special place for me because to me,
Steve, I actually have to agree with you. Like, for some, I did see. I think I remember seeing New Hope, or maybe it was Empire, because there were re-releases after, because it was like 70 something or like 81 or 83 or something like that. But then Jedi for me was definitely like.
Well, you were at the age when that came out in the theaters, Sean, that like you actually like really understood everything.
Yeah,
or at least understood it like from the kid's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ewoks wouldn't have bothered you.
Oh no, fucking Ewoks.
Ewoks are I still like Ewoks.
I know. Why does nobody like Ewoks? I'm so confused.
It's like, literally another way to say Wookiee, and they just made them different. They're like, it's like say Ewok, say Wookiee backwards.
Make them Wookiees,
but you say Wookiee backwards, and you get Ewok or close to it, and then like they just make them little bears instead of big tall ones.
Yeah, and they fucking fought stormtroopers and kicked their ass. Like
I agree, Archangel.
I liked it.
Rogue One does have the best ending.
It does have the best ending, but to me, like Steve, like the
Big Bird still has the same 9. Lucky.
Oh, I still think Empire Strikes Back is a better movie, but I don't dislike. I don't dislike any.
No,
of them,
I don't
really.
dislike. I don't dislike Return of the Jedi at all.
Like, and then when we did our deep dive before Episode 7 came out, and we watched the prequels, like I found something to love in every single one of those. Like, I'm not gonna say Episode 1 and 2 are like perfect, but like they had some really good parts in both of them. And
Steve, I just
Episode 3 was fucking awesome.
Steve, I just watched that shit. Yo, I was thinking because you always say you're like, damn, yo, that was the best lightsaber fight in Star Wars history. I watched that shit again today. I was like, holy shit, this is a long ass Star Wars fight. Like it's a
Episode 3, yeah. Fight. Dude, they go for 30 to 45 minutes straight.
They're getting it in too.
They're fighting for so long that the story's like, all right, we have to go. So other shit's happening, so we'll be back. Don't worry. None of them's gonna get the upper hand.
Yo, there's one.
They do because he gets the high ground.
There's like one scene in the beginning where they start fighting where they just go and they like close to each other and just
when they're spinning and missing each other.
I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, that was crazy.
Great,
but then when they connect too, like at that moment, they're doing that whole spin thing, and then it's just connecting there, it's just
like this on each other,
and then they do the I think they do the force movement on each other and push each other away.
Yeah.
And I love that it's like 2 blue lightsabers. It's not a red one. You know what I mean? It's like it's really cool. So
they really did cool things with those movies, and in hindsight,
Episode 3 is his favorite.
Yeah, in hindsight, you think you like, damn, man, that was they did some really good shit, some really bad shit, but it can't be perfect. Oh well. Enough about Star Wars. Moving on. Anybody watch anything else this week?
I finished that From show, episode or season 1.
Oh, and
Hero, did you finish it?
Of course I did.
It ends fucked up. I'm like, I have to see season 2 now. I'm not going to get MGM Plus. I'm going to find that.
Either way.
It means, but like, that's great. And how fucking bullshit. Like, it's like, I think I was listening to the Horror Return show, and they were talking about how like, friggin' Amazon bought MGM's whole library, and then they're like, "Oh, but we're just gonna make another streaming service. You have to have it over there."
And
like,
that's
come on, man,
that's real bullshit.
That is terrible. So I'm not going to feed into that, because they're gonna merge eventually, just like everybody that was subscribed to Discovery Plus. Oops.
Yep.
But I guess they could say the same thing if they weren't subscribed to HBO Max too.
I feel like Paramount. Am I paying for Paramount? I don't even know if I'm paying for it.
I'm paying for Paramount.
So we are paying for it.
It's like $5. Like I still have commercials. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't. I upgraded to get Showtime.
Oh, really? I did not do that yet. But that's a dick move from them too, because like they show you all the Showtime shit.
I know.
And they're like, "Ooh, this movie's there," and it's like a little lock on it. You're like, "Son of a bitch."
That's all. That's all on Amazon. Like, if you ain't watching something, it's just like, oh man, like, god damn it, I'm not paying for that.
I know. I hate the rent or buy. I fucking hate that.
Oh, that rent or buy is a bitch. I did rent or buy. I bought Real Geniuses with Val Kilmer this week. I love that movie. I don't know why. I just love that movie. The soundtrack is amazing.
Good movie.
Yeah,
but
good movie.
But yeah, From ends on a really strong note. Like, it's a good, cliffhanger ending. Ends in a fucked up way, and people are in peril, and you're like, what is happening? And you got to get on that shit. It's on Amazon. Check it out.
Season 1 is, but okay.
You'll appreciate it. Yeah, but it'll be out there. You know what I mean? Other means.
I get it. Yeah, I'll get it.
But that I finally watched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
How was it?
It's really good. It's really good. But but at the same time, it's like I can't. It's so hard because like the hype is so strong for that movie, right? And like it is really good, but then like you find yourself like finding things to nitpick while you're watching it because you're like it's not perfect. Look at that, but And you can do that with this movie a lot, but at the same time, like there are some ridiculous things in here. Like the whole hot dog finger universe was just crazy. Jamie Lee Curtis was amazing.
So do you feel like she should have won it over Angela Bassett?
I liked Everything Everywhere All at Once more than I liked Black Panther.
I know.
So
well, I could probably, I think we all agree.
But I mean, Angela Bassett.
There's a lot of things that are better than Black Panther.
But Angela Bassett did a really good job in that movie. But at the same time, like in Everything Everywhere All at Once, like Jamie Lee Curtis did good, but she was just so outshined. She was outshined by Michelle Yeoh. Yeah. She was outshined by I can't remember the actor's name, but Short Round. You know, that guy was fantastic, and his voice is the same. It's so great. It's adorable. And then even her daughter, like she was great in the movie. Like it was a really, really good movie. So
I said it when we were talking about our favorite movies last year. I said it was one of my top movies.
Yeah, it
was my favorite non-superhero movie.
I have to give it a hero. I mean, the action, the choreography, the action, all the stuff was really good. The different universe stuff was really funny, and I loved Sean how they have this way of doing things where like you have to do like the most random things to like access a new universe, like something that you would never do in every everyday life. Like if you do that thing, then it'll put you on a path to another universe that you can tap into because like you've altered time in some weird way. So they like do a bunch of weird shit. Like at one point, there's a bunch of people fighting over who's going to jump on a butt plug. And it is amazing.
Well, by your recommendation, I'm gonna check it out. I've been kind of hesitant on it, but like I'm gonna check it out when I get a chance.
It's really good. So,
all streaming services, Avatar 2 is amazing. Like I keep telling everybody to watch it. Like
I haven't. It's just so long. Like I go to watch it and I'm like, it's already 10 o'clock. I can't.
Yeah. The movie experience was better, but like to me,
theater experience. Man.
Yeah. I think the theater experience was way better than probably watching it at home. I forgot to tell you guys I did go to the movie theaters this week. I did go see Super Mario, and a little fucking shit is a hero. It was amazing.
Told you.
One of the best cartoon movies I've seen in a long time.
No joke. The more I thought about it,
phenomenal.
To me, there's like a handful of animated movies that like are like Toy Story to me, like blew my mind, right?
Of course.
The Incredibles to me was like
the Incredibles
was almost like the first one. That's what I'm talking about. The Incredibles was like oh my god, this is like almost like the perfect kind of like superhero family movie. Like this is what the Fantastic Four should have been. But I think Super Mario might have topped them all for me. So like I just love it so much, even though like I know it's a thin plot. It's a kid's movie. I understand that there's not like because even Wreck-It Ralph, I look at that and I'm like, I love that movie, but I'm like,
that's actually a great topic too. A little to talk about tonight.
Pull my nostalgia, like it hit me hard, like watching all that.
Oh my god! Like I was in there. I was like, oh my god! I was at one moment. I was like this, like I was playing a video game because
I'm telling you that soundtrack is ridiculous.
Yeah, there were moments where you're just like, damn, I used to play this and watch this and see this, and there's just so many references to like old video Nintendo games and just a punch out wall of like the characters that was on the wall.
Get out of here, Jeleno. Dubs are going to be losing in 4 to the Kings.
Clearly they lost.
Sacktown.
You want to talk about salty? He's going to be salty.
Now he's gonna make an Instagram post and he's gonna talk about how everybody's talking shit about his Dubs. I've seen his Leno. Come on, man.
Watching movies at home is so much better now.
That's true. I mean, the 3-hour runtime is kind of getting ridiculous. That's
the only reason I haven't watched Avatar 2 because every time I go to I'm like, oh, I should watch that. It's like 10 o'clock at night, like 10:30. I'm like, I can't fucking watch this shit.
Another reason why I love Mario is like it was a solid 90 minutes.
Mario was quick too.
Like
In and out, didn't overstay its welcome.
No, it didn't overstay. It was just like boom, 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 done. I was like, oh, okay, that's it.
And you see almost every power up you want to see, man.
Yo, Steve, it hit every Mario fucking game.
Did he get in the frog suit?
No, he didn't get the frog
No,
suit.
he didn't get in the frog
But
suit.
you know what?
What about the big boot with like the propeller on it? Remember that one?
No,
I do remember that one. That's from Super Mario 3.
But when he got that fucking raccoon suit, I was like, yes.
He had to have gotten the fireball.
He didn't use the fireball.
No,
so he didn't get the white suit and all that?
No.
No. Opportunity.
No.
He got the cat suit from.
But it was used, though. It was used. It was used very well.
Yeah. And then they had the ice flowers as well.
Yep.
And the star power. So
star power was fucking awesome, Steve.
The shrinking mushroom. Sorry, Archangel. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We're not telling you exactly what's being used.
You're just naming the powers of the game.
You're just naming the power-ups that are in the video game. Overall, it's a phenomenal movie. Definitely a hero. Definitely worth checking out if you get a chance. Shut up a little. Man, he's gonna really go off on this dub thing, huh?
You gotta go see Super Mario, man.
This is the first time. I feel like this is the first time in like the last 2 weeks that Lino's been watching it. In the 10 years that I feel like we've been doing this show, I feel like it's the first time he's actually ever watched the show like live. Like we've only been doing it for like 5 years.
I know you guys
we play games.
It's like yeah.
I see him all the time, so it's like
I know.
Don't watch me on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Kings, baby, Kings. No, man, Lino, I'm messing you. Night, Scott. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Thanks for hanging for
Scott. You genius, you movie sleuth, you.
There you go. See, you're getting your props finally from.
Now shut up about it.
That is true. We haven't been live for.
I said five. I said five. I said five.
But anything else you watched, Steve?
It's nothing new, but I did rewatch Oblivion, and I fucking love that movie. I'm sorry, I just gotta say it. It's so fucking good. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, just perfect. Just a really good. It's like 90 minutes too. It's like super just in and out. Like it tells this cool little story, and the music is some of the best in any movie ever. And that was good. So Tom Cruise, and it has a fight with Tom Cruise versus Tom Cruise. It's fantastic. Who would win? Who's a better opponent? Who would win in a race? Tom Cruise versus Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Long-haired Tom Cruise versus short-haired Tom Cruise.
Short-haired Tom Cruise is more aerodynamic.
Yeah, but long-haired Tom Cruise is
the hair's pulling it back.
He's wild and more reckless.
Right. He won't be running in a straight line. It's too reckless.
It's so stupid. That's it. I didn't watch anything else.
All right. For me, man, like the only thing I really
Tom fucking Cruise.
The best of a generation. For me, it's really been a week of sports. So I had
see you later, James. It was nice seeing you tonight.
I was excited about their win in the play-in game against Toronto. Then, of course, Sean has to text me after I'm watching the Miami game and they lose to Miami, but that's okay. I figured they were going to
so much shit all year. Steve,
I knew they were going to lose.
He was popping shit all year. Oh, the Bulls are going to go into the championship. Oh, the Bulls going to do this.
I don't think I ever said they're going to go to the championship.
I don't know, but you was popping a lot of shit better than the Lakers, and guess what?
The Lakers are
in the playoffs. So
damn, Pacino pre-Scientology Tom versus cult.
I would have to give it to pre-Scientology Tom, but then again, post-Scientology Tom probably is filled up with a lot more juiced up stuff that keeps him young. So.
Get out of here, Gelino. Get out of here. When the Kings beat your Dubs, we'll talk then. No, I'm just.
When
teasing,
is that?
Man. I like the Warriors, man. I'm a Steph fan. I like Clay. I've always thought Clay was overshadowed by Steph. Clay he plays both sides of the court, man. Steph only shoots threes.
Yeah.
What? Clay is good, man.
Yeah.
James is closing his ears. James is closing his ears. No more sports.
All
right. So the only
let's talk till tomorrow.
The only other sports thing I'm gonna bring up is, on
Ravens got Odell Beckham.
No, I can care less about that. I don't know why. Let's go Bucks. Yeah, that's fine. Bucks beat the Heat in 3. They wouldn't even need that 4th game. Giannis is probably winning the whole thing this year again. No, but on Thursday, an end of an era. You know, as long as we've been doing this show, a constant is me talking about the Blackhawks winning the cups early on and everything. And Jonathan Taves, the captain, played his last game as a Blackhawk on Thursday. So it was a bittersweet game. He scored a goal in his last game, but he's not coming back. He doesn't know if he's retiring yet because he's had some health problems. And that was a big kicker to me. It was a long time. You know, I'm a Hawks fan. I've been a Hawks fan for so long, and it was an end of an era. So 3 Stanley Cups, Jonathan Taves. So that's all I
Did you just
just patted my heart. Just patted my heart. Blackhawks, man, I love them, man. I do. I have a routine with the kids, and every time I score goals, we used to do this stuff all the time, man. I love hockey. So. We collect VHS tape and watch sports. How do I subscribe more than once? I don't know. Are you sure you don't want to just unsubscribe, Archangel? I mean, that's what most people are doing. I think James already signed off. Let's go Pelicans. Just invested in McDonald's because of Zion. Zion is, man, that guy. I don't know, man.
Bust. He's a bust.
Terrible.
Bust. 111 games in 2 years, 3 years that he's played. LeBron James has played more games than him in the last 2 years. That's crazy. It's ridiculous. I've seen that stat. James played 114, Zion's played 111 in the last 2 years. Or in 3 years, some shit like that. It's we're taking
that is crazy sad, right?
It's very sad.
Number 1 pick. And they got the pick because they got rid of
Anthony
AD. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just garbage, man. All right. So that's it for sports talk. You guys got anything for the toy box?
Of course I do.
Of course.
Never
do.
Anything?
I have a new laptop.
Are you going to show your laptop while you're on your laptop?
No, but I tried to man, my old laptop is in some trouble. I can't even close it. I went to close it and the screen broke in half. I was like, oh God.
Your old laptop?
Yeah, it was just being held together with hope.
He didn't say that. He said hope.
Not even
it doesn't break today.
Archangel, man, you're watching the wrong thing. The hub is outdated.
Yo, you was going strong though, Steve. That laptop was going strong. So
we love you.
I got that laptop. I've had that laptop since before we started the show, and it was old then. So it's the end of an era here too. The retirement of the old laptop. Remember back when I was traveling for work and I was in Arizona, and I posted a picture in the hotel about us recording, and somebody was like, "Jesus Christ, Steve needs a laptop," and that was 6 years ago. I'm still using the same one.
About switchback games for the third time. Steve, somebody asked you about
my toy box is Steve answering my question about the switchback game. No, and let's see. I think I have not played that, but I think I recognize that. Let me see.
Leah says work laptop for the win.
Oh no, this isn't it. Oh yeah, that was an old work laptop. Hold on. This one's let's see. I did actually play the demo for that NFL Pro era. You know, the VR game, the NFL Pro era, where you play as the quarterback and you can throw it and stuff.
Yeah.
Every video I've seen, gameplay video, it looks really bad. The graphics look terrible and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But the demo, it looked really it was good. It looked really good. The view, you could see the the face mask in front of you, and like you're in the huddle, and like it doesn't look like George Kittle or whatever right there, but like it's still like a dude with the 85 and the Niners gear. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
man.
it's something really cool about that. And then like you hike the ball and
do you drop
Kittle
back?
right there?
you drop back, dude, and then like you hold the trigger, and then you let the trigger go at the right time, and the ball just like hits him. Dude, like you can move the stick and like move your guy around. Like it was really cool. And the game's only like $30. I'm like, I might get that. Let's see. Oh, Switchback. That's the horror roller coaster one. That one does look awesome. It's like
the best.
It's a dual shooter, and you're on like a roller coaster, so you're constantly moving, but you don't actually have to move. Like that is one of the things that's tricky with the VR is like games where you have to walk and stuff.
So it's like a rail shooter.
Yes.
Where you're actually not moving though, but it's moving for you.
Yeah, all you have to do is turn. And
that is very interesting that they would have done that putting on a roller coaster. That's cool.
I might have to check that out. It looks really
All they gotta do is give you that Ready Player One treadmill and hook you shit up, and like you can start walking and shit like that. That's all they need now.
They already have the haptic vests. They're already on the market.
Dude, all they gotta do is set you up on a roller, man. You good to go, man. Once we Ready Player One, once they get to that level, then I might be in. But
you know what? That has been my bedtime movie this last week is putting on Ready Player One and watching a little bit more each night. I love that movie. It's all right. Like it's pretty good. It's not the book, but it's for what it is. It's pretty good.
It's a fucking good movie. I love that movie.
Like
man.
The book, you can't make the book. The book is too many IPs. They'll never get along. It's like you'll get a DC versus Marvel movie way before you get Ready Player One,
which we might.
As it was, well, not in our lifetime, but as it was written, you'll never get that. But for what it is, it's so good.
Yeah. God, it's so good. Fucking good. I remember me and Steve were fucking. Did you audiobook it, Steve? You audiobooked it, right?
I audiobooked that and part 2. I didn't like part 2 that much.
I love Andromeda. I love that.
No, Andromeda is not part 2. Andromeda is the Last Starfighter part 2, basically, or rebooted. No, Ready Player 2.
I didn't get to Ready Player 2 yet.
I listened to an audiobook.
Yeah, I do audiobook too.
Pavlov holsters. A thing better on PSVR 2. So I'm not sure what the question is. I do have the game Pavlov, and so like I really wish they had a way that you could like hold a connecting thing for the handles for the controllers for the PlayStation VR that you could like snap them into a thing and use it like a gun.
Like the Wii did for all that.
Yeah, or like the original PlayStation had it. You know, it would just look like it almost looked like a tube that you put the little controller in, and then you could use it like a gun. Like they need something like that because Pavlov it's very cool, but it's like super tricky to get the gun right, and like when you're not holding anything, but the screen looks like you are. Like it's really easy to like put your hands on the incorrect way, and your gun drops back. So
okay,
but yeah, Switchback. I'll definitely look into that because I really am thinking about getting that Pro Era, the NFL Pro Era, and like because I was getting back into the VR, and it was crazy. The kids were all on the VR like tough, and then all of a sudden they don't want to do the VR.
They faded off of it.
Wow.
They're just like not really. I mean, but there's not really a lot on there. You know what I mean? Like the PlayStation, the PSVR 2 store is relatively small right now. That'll change over the course of the next couple of years, but
but I don't know. Will it though? Because it seems like fucking video games is light. So like VR,
it'll change. The PSVR 2's only been out less than 2 months. Like it'll.
But Sean's right though. Games are light. All we're getting now is remasters of remasters.
I know, and then delays and delays and delays. And then the new games.
Suicide Squad games. That's till next year now. Like
I don't even care. I don't even want to play that.
I'm just saying, like the only games this year that seem to be coming out like that are the big games are the new Zelda game and Spider-Man 2.
Diablo,
and Jedi Survivor.
And Starfield.
But is Jedi Survivor? I mean, like, I've seen the trailer.
Didn't that already come out?
No, it comes out at the end of the month.
This week.
Oh,
28th.
Yeah, 28th. Yeah.
Because we're getting it. Alex has his money ready.
I mean, Harry Potter Legacy was amazing. I mean, Hogwarts.
Did you finish it yet?
No, I'm still loving the game though. I'm baby stepping. I'm not like.
How far are you? How far did you got your room, right?
Yeah. I'm deep in though. I'm deep in. Like I'm fucking up little trolls all over the place. Like I've tossed them little motherfuckers all over.
Did you learn the death curse yet?
Because I'm a
Avada Kedavra?
no. What house am I?
That is the death curse.
You can learn that there.
Oh, what house?
I know, Alex knows. That's why he chose Slytherin.
Are you you could do it with any house.
I know, but
you do it with any house? I didn't even do it with any house.
He thought you could only do it with
It's
Slytherin,
part of the story. It's part of the story. You unlock it.
How far you got to get the death curse?
It's pretty well in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't got enough.
But like, what house did you pick? Obviously, Gryffindor.
Gryffindor, of course.
Isn't it awesome walking through the mansion or the school? I mean, like walking around. Like
it's like you just find shit, just discover shit. It's a really, really cool.
It does get frustrating. I got those little keys that with the wings on them.
Yeah.
I got all but one, and I have no idea where it is. That one, I'm like, fuck, where is it? Like that school is so big. Like I have no idea where it is.
Yeah. But I see that one of the comic book shops around me has it. I mean, I'm not going dark the Batman shit, but that thing is amazing. Like it's so big though. It is like scale wise, it's like huge because the lightning on it is so big. But man, that thing looks phenomenal. It's the Dark Knight statue, Steve. I'm pretty sure you've seen it with the lightning in the back from Sideshow. Oh, it's a beautiful statue. I don't need it, but it's beautiful. So,
see that the Pacino said the right thing about the PSVR too. Like, wait till year 3 when the developers have everything worked out. That's why I told like we're probably gonna pick it up like for the holidays this year, like because I think they'll have more games. Kids love the VR1. I mean, that's what we have. I mean, even Ava plays it. Ava loves playing damn Trover Saves the Universe. She loves that damn game. It's inappropriate, but she loves that game.
I'm holding out on VR.
Steve,
I am not now. That is a really cool statue.
Even James says you were on mute, Steve.
I was on mute. I know I was.
Just messing with you. So, all right, for my toy box, I'll go real quick. I don't have a lot. But I picked up something fun today. It was just so weird. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show this on the show because it's fun. And it's a backpack. If you can believe it. I'm talking about a backpack.
You got a backpack. Did you ever get a fanny pack that you said you were going to get your side stroll?
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I got a Spider-Man. I got like a big one, the Spider-Man, like Spider-Man pattern. Then I got like a legit Spider-Man one. Oh, nice. Then I got another one. But I got this Camp Crystal Lake counselor backpack.
that's really cool.
I know. It says Camp Crystal Lake, established in 1935, and it's got this counselor tag on it. I was like, you know what? Like, Jenny picked it up, and she's like, Alex, do you want this for school next year? And I'm like, I want this. Get the hell out of here. So, I mean, he still
pushed him down, took his bag.
He's like, get out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
He's like, what, Mom? Runs into your hand.
Shut up. Give me that.
You don't deserve this shit. Get out of here.
Say something. Do something.
I just thought this was pretty freaking awesome. Like, it's just like a basic backpack, but it's,
That is really cool. It's got the Friday the 13th logo on the bottom. It's
it's kind of wish it had a little blood splatter, but it's
you could put it on there yourself if you want.
Yeah, do it.
I might. And then also I picked up another comic this week.
He ain't gonna do it.
Now, if he can't do it with crayons, he ain't doing it.
What? Crayons? You're right. If I can't draw,
I guess you could melt the wax on there.
You could, but he put on his nipples though, so I don't know if that will work.
Good point. I could put it on. Let me just shift the camera down a little bit. So I picked up a comic. I got really cheap because it wasn't the grade I wanted, but I got it super cheap because I just wanted it to hang on the wall because I love the cover. It is Web of Spider-Man number 70, the first and only appearance of Spider-Hulk.
Oh, that's cool.
I got it in a 9.2. I got it for...
Who did that cover?
I think this was...
I thought I had that at one time.
Alex is it Saviak?
Yeah, I think so. It's a really cool cover though.
Yeah, I love this cover, and like I was looking at it for a while, and then like it was $37 shipped. So I'm like, that's less than case cost. I will take it. So,
word.
Yeah, it's just gonna go on the wall with all my other Spider-Man books. It might go on the side wall here as I'm gonna add more shelves down this way. Yeah, I just love it. Spider Hulk. I got the Funko Pop. Spider Hulk still. It's like one of the only Funkos I have left because I just like Spider Hulk. I think it's fun. But yeah, so that's all I got. So Sean, what about you?
Okay, so I guess I'll start off low to high.
Thanks, James. Thanks, Pacino.
I went to Second and Charles this week, and I grabbed a couple books. I got this for
I
$5.
thought you were out of the comic game.
It's a
book. I'm sorry.
Book. It's characters encyclopedia from the Clone Wars.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I mean it has every single character from the Clone Wars in it, as you can see. Everything, every information, every bio, every character, everyone from the Star Wars Clone Wars definitely needed. So, I'm really, really happy about this. It's $5. Couldn't beat it.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Again, Charles, really cool.
Yeah, especially now with all the damn stuff with Clone Wars and Rebels and all stuff bleeding into all the new TV series.
And then I bought this one. I found this one for $10. This was X-Men: The Art of Making the Animated Series.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
I have that.
Yeah.
You bought it from me.
Did I buy it for you? Yeah,
Yeah.
It was at Second Charles. I was like, oh shit, I bought this for a little. I'm picking it up. It was really cool. It has like little small things in there. It came with like these 2 certificates, but I have no idea what they are. It was from Wizard World, I guess. Like they're real certificate. I don't know what they were from though.
Really?
I guess they left them in there. I don't know.
You're gonna have to snap those and send them to me so I can see what they are.
Yeah, what do they say?
It says Wizard World Virtual Experience X-Men the Animated Series autograph serial. I don't know what this is.
Is there an autograph?
Is that an autograph?
There's no autograph in it though. It just says celebrity artists Julia and Eric Loward. I don't know.
So look in the inside cover. Is there an autograph?
No, is there an autograph on here? I didn't see anybody's autograph on here.
James, on Whatnot, you don't have to eat. They do. Some of the people have buy it nows in their stores on Whatnot. They call it their little stores or their little shows. But if they have a comic book that's going on bid, you have to bid. So, but some of them do have like a buy it now area.
There are no autographs in here, but there were some really cool like little things in here. They actually had some sideshow pieces in here from the X-Men animated series, like
some of that, yeah,
some of the statues and stuff. There are a lot of X-Men stuff in here. I think
I really liked the book. I enjoyed it.
Really great book. Let's talk about the little statue that I got. I got completed now. I have the Kotobukiya Ahsoka. That goes with the Captain Rex. So if you put them both together, they are side by side.
And they make the circle, yeah.
One piece, like from the Clone Wars.
Very cool.
Yeah,
you talked about that when you got the one.
Yeah.
So you gonna put them on a Lazy Susan?
I think I have one, so I'm just gonna probably have them turn around on it and just have them in the cabinet, just kind of let them turn.
Yeah,
but it's a really cool piece. Again, love this scene from the Clone Wars. Thought it was amazing. And then Ahsoka, does her thing as she does in the live action show, and really cool piece. Like really cool piece. They're PVC pieces, but I really wanted it. Once I had got the Captain Rex, I wanted the Ahsoka. And I finally found her, so really cool. Nice
1/6 scale, right?
Yeah, I mean they're small,
No, I know. Yeah,
there is a place for every kind of statue, and 1/6 scale has its place too. I got a lot of them.
So do I.
So yeah, that was cool to have. And then, man, I tell you, this is a book from 1997. This is Star Wars Chronicles. And if you're a Star Wars fan, this is the book of books. This comes in a sleeve. So you pull out the sleeve. Again, this is like the TIE Fighter, the TIE Fighter wing, and then the book, you pull it out. It's a nice sleeve, nice gold sleeve. Man, I tell you, this fucking book has every single piece of Star Wars lineage in it you can imagine, like from the models all the way to like the creatures, the characters, and how McQuarrie first drew them. And like, look at that, man. Like every single tidbit and detail of the makeup and when they were made and how they were made. All the creatures from Return of the Jedi, like every ship from every angle. So this book actually got me, it got me excited because, I'm into this Regal Robot stuff now. So I did a deep dive into like, how each character was originally designed. And they have a nice Jabba the Hutt original piece that I actually ordered from Regal Robot that should be coming in. And I have actually the Max Rebo character that came in. I actually also have the original Regal Robot yak face piece that came in. It looks like this, and like was from the original mold of each character. So like, man, this book really fucking hit home, and I didn't realize how much I needed it. So I'm very, very, very happy. So I have this Max Rebo piece coming in tomorrow, which I'll share next week. Which I don't know if anybody even knew that Max Rebo had arms. I mean, he only had feet for arms, and he only had two appendages, which is really cool because in the original Kenner piece, he has a body and arms and a body. So again, each piece from ships to everything, every piece of fucking knowledge of Star Wars, man, was like deep dived in on this, man. And to me, it's phenomenal. It was one of those Star Wars books that every Star Wars book fan needs because it has everything in it. And I think this was really, really cool. Really great buy to have. I got it on eBay for like $50. It is a $200 book, to be honest. If you find it brand new, maybe $300. But overall, man, again, Steve, they went as far as Steve, and this is crazy. They went so far deep in, and they have actually Dark Empire on here, those Dark Horse books, on there. But Steve, I want to show you this real quick. And they actually had the timeline of all the Star Wars stuff. But they went deep into one of your favorite movies. What is this? Ewok Adventure. And they show every single like scene and
awesome.
Every character,
that kid up there.
There's a soft place in my heart for those Ewok movies.
Yeah. And again, like it has like all of the little information that, again, Lucas was like, there, and he was deep in on it, what I mean, with the kids and all of this. Really, really, it's a really fucking great book, man. Like really, really great. I was very happy to see it, the character design from the Ewoks and everything.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, man. This is like, I'm so happy to have this book, and really, really great book. Definitely my go-to.
Gonna have a freaking Star Wars library pretty soon.
I already do, Steve. I already have like fucking books of Star Wars.
What's up, Martin? Thanks for joining. It's never late, man.
Never late. But yeah, Steve. Man, I got so many Ultimate Star Wars books. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Any news to talk about?
Man, I don't know. What's going on?
Popping?
Well, I mean, I guess one of the things is that we didn't talk about last week. HBO they actually announced, and they're doing a Harry Potter TV series where each year is going to be a book. So, like, if you think about it, like they have done the movies, but like, I mean, 10 hours maybe to tell the story of one book as opposed to two. The deep dive they could do in that. It did feel weird, them saying like, "Oh, we're going to do another Harry Potter," with Harry Potter just coming out, and it's just like, I mean, what? But it didn't just come out, those movies. When did Deathly Hallows Part 2 come out? Like,
shit, it was like 10 years ago.
More than that.
But and if you think about it, like the difference in time and from when they've like rebooted Spider-Man, for instance, like only a few years passed and they're already redoing, they're already going back to the well, from Amazing Spider-Man 2 to Tom Holland's in that reboot. So it'll be interesting. But like, so I think it's kind of cool in that way that they're just, we're going to get a new take on it. But what are your guys? You guys are more familiar with the movies and the material than
No, I've read all the books.
I think there's a lot of story to tell for Harry Potter going forward past Harry Potter and his crew to even before, what I mean? But again, they already told that story, I feel like in Fantastic Beasts, did you ever see the third Fantastic Beasts? You got to watch it, dude. It's so good. It is really, really good. It's way better than the second one. Yes. Way better.
I've been kind of afraid to watch it.
It's really good. I really enjoyed that one.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check it out. See, because I've read the books. I mean, I fell in love with Harry Potter because of the books. And it was on the way to Las Vegas. Me and Jenny were going before kids. That the first book I read was the third book, was Prisoner of Azkaban. And holy shit, was I blown away by that book. And then the movie came out. And like the tone changed from the first two movies, because when we saw the first Harry Potter movie, I wasn't sold. I was like, I'm not into this. Jenny liked it. We saw the second one, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then the third one hit, and I'm like, whoa, this is, and it was directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when they got the Michael Gambon to play Dumbledore. And it was such a different tone shift in the movie. It was still, it still had, the life and the kind of live and feel like the other two had, but it was like a little bit more dark, a little bit more developed. But then the book had so much more into it that they could not fit it all in the movie. So if they're able to fit a lot of the nuanced stuff, because there's a lot of stuff with Dobby and a lot of stuff with, a lot of these other characters that we only get to see little bits of, I think that'd be really cool. I really think that if they can, like you said, like a 10-hour,
basically 10 hours to tell the story, of each book. And another thing is like casting is going to be so important, because you're going to have to start with these kids at the right age, and then you're basically going to have to film this shit real time, because you can't pull the Stranger Things thing and take a couple years off and then come back and be like, oh, they're still in high school and they're in their 20s. It's not going to work. If you're going to do, like, those kids are going to be working, and you better hope that none of them turn out weird looking, or do something stupid.
Well, it's true, Pacino. Like, that's what I prefer.
Steve, an original Rocky VHS tape sells for $50,000.
In fucking wrapped and
sealed $50,000. In the article, it says 2 days after our last auction, when we sold the only known 1982 drawer box release of Rocky 1, 2, and 3, these even earlier 1982 pop-up VHSs, we got one that sold for $50,000. Are you fucking kidding me? So says, and then it says something to keep a lookout for next time you're at a Goodwill. Check out the fucking VHS tapes. So, Steve, there we go.
I'm not in it for the money, man.
I know.
But maybe one day it'll be worth something. But
VHS tapes,
sell it all.
I mean, I got a couple sealed ones that I ain't giving away no time soon, but that Pro Stars I'm keeping for a while.
that Pro Stars is one. Like, if I saw that, I'd be picking it up.
Yeah, that's a rare one, man. I haven't seen a sealed.
I love that cartoon. It was a bad cartoon.
I got a sealed Back to the Future, but it's the McDonald's version. But I'm holding on to it though. All my sealed ones I'm holding on to. That last Starfighter sealed one.
I was gonna say that one's big money.
I think the only sealed one that I have that's like worth anything is like the original Critters, the red box one.
Yeah.
But
Yep. VHS tapes, Steve. Rocky. I don't even have any Rocky VHS tapes.
I have Rocky, but it's not in good condition. It ain't in fucking. It's like in
It's
50
not the original.
condition.
It's not the first print either.
Not
bro.
50,000.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not sealed.
MGM seems like they're gonna reboot. Well, Amazon bought MGM, so seems like they're gonna be rebooting RoboCop, Stargate, Legally Blonde, and Barbershop.
And all those comic books have gone up in price.
They could do some if they could do some cool shit with Stargate. You know, they could do some really cool shit with Stargate. They could do some cool shit with RoboCop too. They really could, depending on how they work it. You know.
I don't know, man, because I think like RoboCop was tough because RoboCop.
Well, I don't know if in
such a
today's
heavy
world,
satire in the '80s, world, but I don't know if they can do that same. I mean, if they just go up with a straight up action.
you can't say satire or anything that's current. If you do that, then you're just making fun of something, and that's not allowed.
That's what people think, right? Like it's all. Again, it's why like we talked about a couple weeks ago, like how comedy it's shitty because everybody gets offended by everything. Shit, I was watching some Seinfeld episodes, Sean. I'm like, man, this shit will not fly today. I was like, holy cow.
Not at all.
I was even like Jerry's little opening stand-up bits, and I'm like, man, I do not remember these. It's like, damn.
I don't even. What were they about? What do you remember? Which ones they was? I don't even remember. I know.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm not repeating some of the stuff that you were saying.
God damn, was it that bad?
I mean, it wasn't, but it is now.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it would not hold up today. Let's just put it that way. RoboCop versus Terminator, like the original Dark Horse comic series. I mean, that would be awesome, right? Like they were able to put like some kind of cool ass versus movie together that actually worked. Because then they try like Aliens versus Predator, and that was not good.
It could be good, man. It could be good, but they just those two movies. The first one I actually liked for what it was. It was all right, except that like all the Predators got their asses kicked right real quick. But that second one was just so dark, you just couldn't see anything. So, and the alien Predator thing looked weird. The Pred alien, remember that one with like the mandibles?
Okay. The hybrid. Yeah. There's rumors that Marvel might be recasting Jonathan Majors.
Is that a rumor? That's a rumor, though, isn't it?
Rumors.
He hasn't even been convicted. Like I think they dropped all the charges.
They didn't, though. I think that's why it's coming out. Like that's why this week it's been like because everybody thought the charges were going to be dropped, but now that they're not, and it's taking even longer, they're like, okay, well, got to be something else going on here. That's why I think the buzz is maybe they're looking at doing something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's easy though.
Would you?
Not hard.
What, to recast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's multiverse, so it's easy. I mean, they recast War Machine without any explanation.
Yep. Who do you cast?
Well, the rumor was what's that movie? TV show, Sean, that you were watching was this Snowfall?
Snowfall? Oh, Idris.
Yeah, that's who.
He's a good actor though.
That's and he was just cast opposite Brad Pitt in an Apple TV movie.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good. Like
and that's who like. So you think he could take over? You think
he's good? He's good. He's fucking good. He's really good. Like I could honestly see him taking on a role from Marvel at some point. But if it's not Kang, he got.
Yeah, it's weird because it's so quiet. Like it was all over the place, the news, and then now nothing. And it's just like
and that's what I think. I think that's why the rumbling is starting because it's like when it was all over the place, and then they were saying stuff like, "Oh, it's nothing. He's gonna be, exonerated," all this kind of stuff, and then like it's been weeks now, and you haven't heard shit. So, yeah, I don't think those. I read those text messages. I don't think they were very favorable. They sounded kind of sketchy to me, but I think that was another problem, right? Like he puts these text messages out. Like these are the text messages that the girl sent to Jonathan, and it was like, all right, I don't think this helps. Like this to me actually sounds not great, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's terrible. Like if he did do something horrible, if he didn't, they need to figure out to speed this process up because it's just gonna hurt him in the long run. So it's interesting. So
it's one of those things where I don't know enough. I did not like do any research on any of it, so like I don't know enough about any of it to like make a statement on it.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think for anybody that they don't work for him, you know, like they've recast many and fired many people, and every studio does that, right? Like anytime any big controversies come up, most of the time, the studios have changed outside of Ezra Miller, you know, with Warner Brothers still keeping him around.
But I feel like Ezra Miller was like, I don't know. I guess he did do some weird.
I was gonna say, man,
I don't
feel
know.
like he held people in his home for months or some weird. Like he did some weird stuff.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think Jonathan Majors is fine. Like to be honest, that text message shit, and it was all from her anyway, so it's not like it was from him. You know?
No, I know, but
and she was saying crazy. She's like, "Come on, I'm not." I think he's.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, I don't know the whole story. I'm shocked though that it hasn't been dropped.
I mean, shit happens. I mean, it ain't something like shit happen like that, but like they gotta go. I mean, I know that is a protocol thing, so for a fact.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's the thing. I don't know the protocol, so I'm not gonna, you know. But if they have to recast them, I think that dude.
If they have to, they have to. It's like, well, I'm not gonna be like mad about it. Like, yeah, well.
Ezra is.
I mean, we only had one movie. Well, one movie and a TV show with him, so I'm cool with it. I think it'll be fine though. He'll weather that storm. That's not a storm that's like that major. It's not like, you know what I mean? She dropped all the time.
Pun intended.
Boom, major. What else?
That's really it. I mean, outside of a couple trailers we got this week, there's really has been nothing. James Gunn did drop, and this Steve alluded to it and says not in our lifetime. But now that he's head of DC, there could be a better shot of having a crossover event between DC versus Marvel.
Nah.
No. That shit ain't happening.
There needs to be a DC before there can be a DC versus anything.
Listen what I'm saying is, right? It's gonna prop up both. So a lot of people right now think Marvel's on this big downward trend, right? And if it continues this way, they might want it, you know, because then it puts this bigger, you know, event thing on the horizon. And if DC can't get everything off the ground, why not use this to jumpstart their universe, right?
I guess it would be hard, like, because you have 10 plus years with these Marvel characters. And then
but you don't, though, because all the 10 plus years of Marvel characters are all gone for the most part, right? It's not like Tony Stark's coming back if they're doing a thing. Right? It's going to be like this current iteration of everything versus like a DC universe that we haven't seen yet, or maybe we've just seen start off.
I guess I don't want it. I just don't want it.
No, I don't want it either.
I don't want it.
Marvel needs to work on that. Needs to work on their own shit before they start crossing over.
Well, they are. I mean, they've already. Sounds like they've already kind of slowed things down. They pulled it all back. You know, it looks like they're taking it, but they have filmed things. They're like giving it time to kind of spread it out. So I'm happy with that.
It's looking kind of rough. It's looking kind of rough. It's looking real rough right now. People. I don't think.
We'll see after Guardians. I'm gonna give it Guardians. Yeah. We'll see.
It's the last Guardian, so like
it's not the last Guardians. The last iteration of the Guardians. They're not giving up on the Guardians. Guardians will, just like Avengers brand keeps going. The Guardians will keep going. They've invested a lot in the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's no way that brand is not going to continue on.
Maybe through Rocket and Groot.
That's Rocket, Groot, Adam Warlock. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
I agree. I agree, Pacino.
Oh no, DC's trash is just trash.
That's why I said Marvel rough is better than DC trash, and completely agree.
But I mean,
Although I think the number
don't
one,
get fucked up. Marvel is a little, it's hanging on to a
yeah,
thread.
they're allowed to. They've had so many hits; they're allowed to have a few misses. Well, Gotham Knights is like one of the top shows on HBO Max.
You ain't gonna get me to watch it. You ain't gonna get me to watch it.
Steve, still not interested in Gotham Knights?
No.
All right. Any other news? We can
Yeah,
talk?
they first.
Steve, I feel like a little trying to take shots at us, man. For some reason,
It's all
trying to
right.
take shots at the DC fans, man.
It's
That's
fun.
all right. That's an abomination of a show, and I denounce its existence, and I want nothing to do with it.
Go ahead. What you about to say?
They announced the voice cast for the upcoming James Gunn DC Universe
Animated movie,
animated
Frank
show.
Grillo talking shit about Marvel.
So you have you actually have David Harbour voicing Frankenstein, which is awesome. Red Guardian currently, and now playing both sides of the field. You have Indira Varma is going to play the Bride of Frankenstein. Frank Grillo is going to play Rick Flag Sr. And what is this? Chow something. Oh, Sean Gunn is going to be as Weasel. He's going to be back in there from the movie, so that's something. And he's going to actually do two roles. He's going to also play the role of G.I. Robot, and then Alan Tudyk as Dr. Phosphorus. But he's used to DC stuff. He was over on Doom Patrol. But he did say that the characters were going to be, playing them in the animation and in live action. So I think casting like David Harbour as Frankenstein is actually like pretty cool. So he's got one of those big faces. Massive faces and heads. That's like perfect for.
He's got a giant forehead.
That's like perfect for prosthetics. So Frank Grillo playing Joel Kinnaman's dad. How about that?
Yeah, that's interesting. He did talk a lot of shit about Marvel, and I'm thinking to myself, you really think Crossbones was that big of a character to keep coming back? Okay.
No, but he's allowed to be salty. That he's like, yeah. I mean, I just kind of got punched, and then that was the end of me.
He came back in Endgame. He was,
he came back in an alternate past in Endgame and did nothing.
But still, he showed up. He didn't have to.
It's true, but I thought Crossbones actually looked really cool, so I would have liked to have seen more.
Yeah, I get it, but maybe if they were going to go with a different story than Civil War.
He's allowed to be salty about it a little. He's allowed.
Oh, there's so much.
He's allowed to be salty at your precious Marvel.
So much salt tonight,
for
Steve.
Feeling like he was slighted. Stop. Don't deny him that.
I like Frank Grillo. I wish they had. In an alternate world, he probably would have been a good Frank Castle as well. Been a good Punisher. So, anything else, Steve? See anything else?
I don't.
All right.
Yo, does the Flash come out April 25th?
No, the Flash comes out in June.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Yeah.
I see a new trailer, and I was like, wait a minute.
Steve, you gonna see Evil Dead Rise in theaters?
When does that come out?
This weekend. This Friday. Coming out.
I really want to. I want to see a good horror movie in the theater.
It looks amazing.
It looks so good. I really want to. I know
it's tough getting out. I have the same.
We don't talk about it on the show, but like the construction for my little video store room has been very time consuming. So I'm like, I just today finished all the mudding and taping. So tomorrow I'll be sanding, and the next week I'll be priming it so that I can paint it, so that I can move all my shit. So, but that's where I'm like, I'll try, but like I have shit I got to get done. So it's like getting out there. You have to carve out a long chunk of time to go to the theater, and It's just tricky, but I'm gonna try.
I get it. James, we did. It's up on our trailer Palooza, which Steve loves the name.
And
that was up last week. We're gonna be doing that every week, kind of an off-air thing, so we don't get booted off of YouTube. And do some trailer discussions. So
go check it out. We introduced a couple new characters, some construction workers.
Yeah, we noticed some construction workers in the back of a shot, and Steve did an amazing job.
Came up with a backstory,
explaining what they were thinking while watching what was happening on their construction site. So
good times.
Yeah,
Sean looks like a Sith Lord right now.
I know, with his red background, like he's all dark.
He looks so disappointed.
You see the hood up, like a fucking cloak and a hood.
I was trying to look at the trailers, like the trailers that we were doing.
Look at them. Boom.
I'm trying to look at the trailers. All right, well, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for sticking out with us tonight. We're gonna have another trailer episode where we're gonna be talking about the Marvels. As well as, I think there was another trailer. Why am I drawing a blank? There was another trailer that.
There's a new Peter Pan trailer.
There is. We didn't review Star Wars Visions.
Nope.
Volume 2.
No, we did not. So we can talk about that as well, and a few other things. So watch out for episode 2 of Trailer Palooza. And thank you again for all your support and joining us again live tonight. We appreciate it. This is Lil.
This is Sean.
And this is Steve. And until next week, everybody, stay safe, be nice to each other, and keep it geeky.
Trailer Palooza Part 2.